Hello, welcome. This is Todd Walters. I want to talk to you about listings by noon. Okay, now listings by noon, man, that is some kind of fantastic website designed specifically to attract, capture, and get to you motivated sellers. Now, hey, if you're like me, you like motivated sellers. But look, they're a different breed. You know, they're not all that interested in listing their home. They want to sell it. So when you're marketing and trying to generate these type of motivated sellers out there, what do? Well, you don't talk about listing, you talk about selling. So what we put together for you is a complete booklet. I call it the definitive guide, okay, to generating motivated sellers. In fact, 20 ways. There's 20 ways to do it in 60 pages in this definitive guide. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to hbnuniversity.com. You log in, you go to the classroom section, you click on the listing by noon section in there, and you're going to see that pop up right in the materials. You can also request one of these from me, and I want you to have it. Look at this, a list of 20 ways to use this listings by noon website. Okay, and I'm going to list them all right now. Sign rider on top of your for sale sign or at the bottom as a call to action with a great offer. On any of your talking house info line scripts. As a secondary sign in the yard next to your for sale sign. On weekend directional signs and bandit signs peppered throughout your marketplace. On property brochures inside your listings as a piggyback ad. On all of your outgoing emails to anyone as a signature or PS. As a piggyback offer on all of your listing ads on Craigslist or Kijiji or other free websites out there. Anything in syndication, either as a headline or as a footer ad. Direct mail to expired listings, direct mail to FSBOs, direct mail to cancellations and withdrawals, direct mail to notice of defaults, just sold, just listed cards. Okay, but let me say this. If I'm going to send those out, I'm going to send them to people that I know are interested in making a move. I just wouldn't send them to everybody. Okay, there's a little bit of waste in that. So when we send just sold cards out, if we ever did anything like that, first of all, they make a really great offer, and I'll show you an example of that momentarily. But we send them to active listings, expired listings, FSBOs, everything around that property that we just sold or just listed, but it had to be in these categories. Okay, sell fast ads in neighborhoods, homeowner association newsletters, sell fast ads in real estate magazines, sell fast ads in classified newspapers. Refer a friend direct mail to past clients, billboard marketing, radio commercials, pay-per-click, and of course yellow page directories. So let's just kind of look at a few of those. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you just a few. Can't go through all 20 here on this webinar, but download the PDF from hbnuniversity.com if you don't already have it, and just copy and implement. Okay, so property sign riders, you can see right here, swap your present home. I love swap. And trade, swap and trade. Those are great keywords. Okay, here's a good offer down here. Cash for your home when you buy this one. Right, talking house, a radio talking house, or an information line. Doesn't matter. Here's a great script for you, so you can pause this webinar and you can read it. Now again, all of this material is in the PDF. Okay, in the definitive guide, the book on 20 ways to use listings by noon. Secondary for sale signs. That works great. Bandit signs. If you know what bandit signs are, those directional type signs. Here's a few examples. Homeowners behind on payments with no equity, I can help. Stop foreclosure. Avoid foreclosure. Upside down, sell your home for cash. Fast, discreet closing. That's good. Discreet's a big word for people that are in trouble. Upside down, motivate investors and cash buyers for your home. Piggyback ads for your listing flyers. I mentioned that a little bit ago. Okay, so here's several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piggyback ads. What's a piggyback ad? Picture a flyer on one of your listings in your mind, and then put down in the lower right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, at the top or at the bottom, in a big box or a little box one of these ads. So it's an ad on top of an ad. All right. How about outgoing emails? There's a PS right there. Look, you send emails out every day to people. How about Craigslist, Kijiji, and other free websites? This is a template example. It's not an actual ad, it's a template or an outline. Got a killer headline. Then you have the actual ad, which is a repeat of the headline, a photo of a particular property that's really, really good, one that the public's interested in, not just because you have the listing. If you need to, go get a listing out there that's something that the public wants and put an ad together around that. Bullet points on the benefits of the home, not necessarily the features, but the benefits. And I like using a recorded information lines, okay, because I can capture their phone number. And then there's my piggyback ad. What kind of piggyback ad? Here's more examples of those. Okay, so on my Craigslist ads or Kijiji ads, wherever I'm advertising a listing, I'll insert a secondary offer, and that's a good example of some right there. You can see all of them are driving traffic to my Listings by Noon site. Okay, and then we've got direct mail. Now, I could spend an hour talking to you about direct mail, but I've only got 5 more minutes on this video. So I'm going to recommend that you stop and you can listen and you can read and you can implement. Okay, so when you're using direct mail, you can't send just one. If you've got a prospect out there, they're going to need to get 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 8 pieces of mail from you with a very consistent message. Don't jump around. Send them the same message over and over and over again. Okay? And if that's not working, change the message. And you've got lots of examples here and in the definitive guide on these 20 ways to get listings by noon. Okay, so let's take a look at a few postcard examples. Now you can see I'm a big believer in the guaranteed sell program, trade up program, and you'll see that on many of my examples. But I know that, look, I understand that's an advanced strategy, okay, for real estate agents. And I'm not telling you got to go out there and do that. On the contrary, but it is it does give you an idea that you need to do something to reverse the risk or guarantee performance. Okay, that's a big deal when you're using direct mail. You're going to hear us talk about that a lot. And on the back side of your postcards, if whatever you're sending out, put a testimonial on there. Have somebody else do some selling for you. But here's some other headlines and offers. Instead of saying, I'll buy your home if it doesn't sell, like I would, then here's some other great examples on this page. Take advantage of them. I love this flyer. You can see right here, I'm telling this prospect to call me, but I'm also driving him to the Listings by Noon site as a secondary offer. So don't overlook that. Your primary offer to call, secondary call to action, go to the website. All right. Here, I love this flyer. This is a great expired listing flyer, FSBO flyer. Okay, and let's take a look. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 follow-up mailings that you can copy and implement in using your direct mail. And there's some great examples there. I recommend that you pause the webinar. You can look at them and read them on your own time. Okay, and again, you can get all of this from the book, the definitive guide on using Listings by Noon. Okay, make your direct mail more effective. Okay, don't just send stuff blindly and arbitrarily. Work to get your mail to stand out. Here's some great tips on doing that. Okay, what about just sold cards? Okay, well look, instead of giving you a picture of a just sold card, because everybody knows what that is, it's what you put on the just sold card. It's your offer. What is it that you're offering me? And here's a great offer on a just sold card. Buyers in waiting for your home. I just sold this property. I have a list of buyers in waiting with cash in hand to match your home to these buyers for a fast sale at top dollar. And there's your Listings by Noon website there. Now, of course, you can see in all these examples, I'm using 800sellfast.net, but your URL, your Listings by Noon domain name is probably different than that, okay, based on your geographic area. And then, of course, we have a section in this 20 ways on the best ads to attract sellers, okay? So let's take a look at, and here's some great places to run these ads. Okay, and here are the ads. Move up buyer ad, sell fast ad, display ads, another display ad, another display ad, another display ad, and one of my favorite ads. Love pictures because these are great leverage. That's a great ad right there. Public notice for move up buyers. Oof. Okay, and then of course a piggyback ad. Talked about that just a little bit ago. And an editorial ad. And you can see what we did is we took this editorial here and we inserted driving them to the Listings by Noon website. This is a great display ad. Niche marketing, drilling down on niche marketing. We discuss all of this now on our ongoing coaching and training. And what about referral marketing systems? Okay, so I've included in this definitive guide that you're going to be able to print off and download from HBN University, okay, a referral marketing newsletter. I send one out every month based on the month. So I want you to pause this webinar, read this slide, and then check out the letter that goes out. I think you'll get a big kick out of it. So if you're not direct mailing your database every month asking for referrals, making a big mistake. So refer a friend to the site. Billboards. Okay, and of course I talked about radio commercials, and here's a radio script. This one came right out of Nathan Clark, the #1 RE/MAX agent in Rhode Island, one of his radio spots. And pay-per-click, here's some examples of pay-per-click ads if you're going to do sponsor link marketing through Google, MSN, and Yahoo. Okay, and you can see when I go to Google and I pretend to be a home seller, I type in sell my house fast or buy my home for cash. Okay, you can see right here, House Buyer Network shows up. So that's where you would be. You'd be competing with them, but hey, you can do that because they're not everywhere. So pay-per-click is a great option. And of course, the Yellow Page directory. Yeah, everybody should be advertising in the Yellow Pages. I mean, come on. So anyway, so there you go. There's 20 ways to use Listings by Noon. All 20 of them I went through really fast. So you're going to want to print this definitive guide out from HBN University, and you just start putting the material out there in your marketing, and you will get leads from it. Okay, and the more you can roll out, and the better you are at your message to marketing match, you're gonna generate a lot of prospects. Okay, so download this PowerPoint, this PDF from HBN University. Copy and implement the marketing materials. Okay, start by copying, and then you can test out and you can modify and you can change things from there. And make sure you're on all the calls that we do every week, and the big training call every month. We'll discuss all this on an ongoing basis. So I'm looking forward to working with you. Okay, let's go sell some houses.